Dating advice, one-on-one. Number one, don't be afraid to ask the hard questions, ladies and gentlemen. I know we try to avoid hard questions like we avoid the plague, but if there's one thing that's very important when it comes to dating, exclusively or non-exclusively in romantic relationships, it's having clarity. You have to have clarity in order to move forward. Anything less of 100% clarity is going to be a problem, because that's going to come down the road with its own set of challenges, and unnecessary challenges at that. I think one of the best ways to have an authentic and successful dating experience, an authentic and successful relationship with someone, an authentic and successful marriage, is to always be transparent, right? The person that you're getting to know, or the person that you're currently with, I think they should know at all times where you stand at with things, and vice versa. They should know where you stand with things. And the reason being is because what it does is it creates a healthy narrative in not just trust, but also being able to know and understand, each other at all times, right? Because things change. And when things do change, if it's a dynamic shift especially, then one person should know, right? So I'll give you a few examples, and this is more so for the dating and getting to know people. If you're not sure if somebody likes you, or better yet, the direction that you guys are going in, ask that question, right? I know a lot of women will ask, what are we? You don't really hear that from fellas as much, but fellas, I encourage you to ask the same thing. I know sometimes these quote-unquote dating gurus will say, don't do that. You wait for a woman to... No. If there's any form of uncertainty, ask. And the reason being is because you need to know where you stand. I remember there was one point in time where things were a bit, uncertain between me and a woman. So I asked her flat out, hey, do you see a future with us? And this is, mind you, this wasn't like a right away question. This was after a while we had been communicating and so on and so forth. And she told me she was unsure. And I knew at that moment, you know what? It's time for me to walk away, because I can't deal with uncertainty. It's either you know or you don't know. You feel me? Granted, there was a lot of, things between that, but hey, it was what it was. I'll give you another example. One time I was dating someone exclusive. Well, we were in a relationship. Let's say that. We were in a relationship. And it just seemed like we were going in different directions. It was a long distance relationship. So we sat down and we had the tough conversation of, hey, what do we do? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing here? Because I don't plan on moving there ever. You don't plan on moving here ever. And unfortunately, we made the timely decision to break up. Unfortunately, it hurt. Obviously, both situations hurt. Had to walk away from both situations. But at least in that moment, I gained clarity, because I was not afraid to ask the tough questions instead of allowing things to go on. See, a lot of people, they'll try to tell you, just go with the flow. Just do this, just do that. But here's the reality. You don't want to go with the flow, right? I mean, yes, go with the flow in the sense of letting things happen naturally. But when there's uncertainty involved, and I get it. Sometimes it could be your anxiety. Sometimes it could be past traumas trying to sneak in, especially when it's a healthy dynamic, because your past traumas don't recognize what a healthy relationship feels like, and therefore it's going to question a lot of things. But clarity is clarity at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. And anything less than a yes, I always tell people, is a no. If it's a maybe, it's a no. If it's a no, it's a no. If it's a I'm not sure, it's a no. Because if people really wanted it to be a yes, it would be a yes, no questions asked. So just putting it out there. Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays, here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. Love you guys. Hope you have a great day. And of course, as always, talk to you soon.